When I was 11 years old, my first job was a paper boy. I lived in a small town in rural Minnesota, had about 425 people. They had 2 paper routes in town and saw one of the routes open up and took the job. My parents were adamant that the paper route could not cut into my schoolwork time, so I had to constantly find ways to get the route done quicker. And so I would iterate on my process, whether it's folding papers a certain way to save more time, or which routes I go down the street. Constantly iterating on the process, eventually you find a peak way of getting things done. That's exactly what I try to do with GTX Legal. Save my clients time, money, and make their lives easier. GTX is a very focused, process-driven law firm that helps companies level up their business one contract at a time, helping streamline the review and negotiation of their vendor agreements and NDAs. After law school, I worked at a large law firm for about 3 years and then went in-house for a technology company. You have these contracts that come at you from all areas of the business. And it became a drag on the internal legal team. When I decided to start my own law firm, I wanted to help companies solve that problem and find that outlet to outsource that work to in a cost-effective, efficient manner. And so that's the service we provide.
When we started working with Zach and GTX, the particular need that we had was just time. The in-house department we have, it's lean by design, and at a certain point, the legal needs exceed the capacity. We kind of came to them with a basic approach in how we manage our third-party vendor contracts. What I was responded to with was a level of detail in any one issue beyond what I even thought about coming up with on my own. GTX and Zach and the rest of the team are always accessible via Zoom. It feels like an extension of the in-house legal department as opposed to this is someone outside of the company. It just mirrors all our other work streams and just feels like part of the normal scheduling. I think for any legal department that is operating on that same constraint of lean staffing but growing needs, GTX is an obvious first choice for who to go to for additional support.
You know, at the end of the day, the reason I do this is I really enjoy seeing the relief that our clients get from having this work stream taken off their plate and then handled in an ideal manner for them. Our experience negotiating thousands of these types of agreements gets baked into these playbooks. We have the ability to really focus in on the things that matter for your business and not get so caught up in the minutia that doesn't. And that's the unique thing that sets us apart from someone else that's just creating a matrix of agreements. If you're an in-house lawyer or executive member like a CFO, COO, who's really struggling with the processing of customer agreements, vendor agreements, NDAs, GTX Legal will be more than happy to help you out.